The Premier, Anastasia Palaszczuk, says she's horrified by the extent of allegations made in the Four Corners investigation and the amount of rubbish being dumped in Ipswich, west of Brisbane. Residents blame Ipswich City Council for approving the dumps in the first place.
Joe Llewellyn has lived in Ipswich for 86 years. He says the smell from nearby dumps has become unbearable.
It's a bit hard to explain how smelly it is.
Residents say both the council and state government have known about trucks dumping rubbish from New South Wales for years.
We've been doing this for a long time now. It's just been no traction since the Four Corners Expo last night. Well, this has obviously raised its ugly head.
The investigation revealed some interstate waste operators are capitalising on Queensland's lack of a waste levy and breaching a New South Wales proximity principle law which says waste cannot be transported more than 150 kilometres from the rubbish source.
I'm making an official complaint to the New South Wales ombudsman that the New South Wales Government is not enforcing its own laws.
Acting Ipswich Mayor Paul Tully wants the state government to reintroduce the waste levy in Queensland. But residents say council enabled Ipswich to become the dumping ground of the nation by approving 5 privately owned dumps in recent years.
All of the tips in Ipswich that have been approved have been in industrial areas which have been approved under the planning scheme of the council, but the enforcement of health and safety issues is the responsibility of the state government.
It beggars belief that you would go through a proper process and come up with the conclusion that let's dump things out down old coal mines. It's just beyond belief.
The situation has sparked a cross-border spat between the two governments.
The Four Corners program last night made alarming allegations about the management of waste. Specifically, it raised the allegations that the New South Wales Government was not enforcing its own laws around the movement of waste in its borders.
The Queensland Premier, it seems to me, needs to do her homework, and if she's concerned about issues which are beyond state boundaries, she should raise them at COAG.
The state government says it's powerless to stop cross-border dumping and won't reintroduce a waste levy. There are now calls for a national plan. Melanie Vujkovic, ABC News, Ipswich.